Morning and welcome to PetrolHeads London, and we're here at the NEC in Birmingham at the motorcycle live show, and this is where my search for a super naked starts. I know my search is actually for a super naked, but one thing I've been dying to see is the Ducati Supersport, which has a far more comfortable riding position and kind of takes a bit of the Panigale stuff but makes it more for kind of everyday use. So I'm really keen to try and get my hands on one of these in a road test, but going to have a little sit on it and have a look round. But so far, initial impressions are this is a really beautiful looking bike. I've just jumped on the Supersport in the Ducati. I must say, really impressed actually, really far more upright feeling as you'd expect, which is what it was all designed for. But this could be a serious contender for that kind of everyday bike, so I think I need to get one of these out on the road for sure. I come to a bike show, and within 2 minutes, I'm going to have to spot an Aston. Thumbs up. So a search for a super naked would not be the same without looking at the Yamaha NT. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the look of it. It gets great write-ups on the performance and the head-to-head test. It does really well, but I'm not sure it's in the contender on mine. But you never know until you ride these things. And I do love the BMW, so could this steal my heart from that? I don't know, but let's have a quick look round it. Just jumped on the Yamaha NT, and do you know what? Compared to the S1000, which is kind of my benchmark for looking at these super nakeds, is it feels a bit wider on the handlebar grips, feels a bit longer on the nose, and I reckon the chassis feels a bit longer too. So I'd love to see kind of what that performs like on the road. Still not 100% convinced by this bike, but do you know what? I mean, it gets amazing write-ups, so I need to kind of get over that really, but it's a pretty mean looking machine. In my search, it would be wrong not to come to the Husqvarna stand. A little nod to my mate RJ and his Nuda, the Supermoto here as well. Not quite what I'm after, but they are pretty awesome bikes. KTM 1290 Super Duke. It's got to be a contender, but for me, isn't kind of bike to work. Really aggressive stance. We sat on this big white tank there. I mean, I do like KTMs, but I don't think it's on my list. It wouldn't be right to come to the show and commence my search for a super naked without coming back to BMW and looking to see what the new 1000R has to offer. My search for a super naked wouldn't be right without coming to look at the new S1000R. So these are in such limited stock. They've only got one here on the stand. Takes the frame from the old R, still keeps the same aggressive styling as the last one, but I'd be really keen to ride it and see kind of what improvements it gets over the previous model. I do love this bike. The new S1000R oodles of carbon all over this bike. HP racing seat. So although this is not the super naked, I do have a love for the R. So I thought I'd come and check out the new model, new frame on this bad boy. I feel like the knee pegs aren't quite as high, but I think we better stick with the super naked. There is so much to see here and so many super nakeds. I'm really not sure kind of, well, just sitting on them isn't going to give me the feel that I need. But the one thing I have realised is that I need to go out there and ride a lot more of these bikes. From Triumph to KTM, a lot of people pointing me in the direction of the 1290 Super Duke. So that has to be on my list to see if it's a contender for my city super naked. So if you want the ultimate gadget for a motorcyclist, this has to be it. It's a van that you can take your bike in. It's amazing. Loads of great bikes to see here at the NEC at Motorcycle Live. Really got a taste for actually some of the real different machines that are around that could challenge me for my search for a super naked. All it remains to say is thank you for watching PetrolHeads London. Please remember to like and subscribe. Cheers.